So, hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss identity as access management basics. In our last session, we have done the compute and storage provisioning demonstration. So, after creating all these things, or when we enter into the cloud, the security is the major concept. So, identity and access management is the foundational concept in cybersecurity or anywhere or in IT infrastructure. It ensures that the right individual access the right resource at right time for right reason. It involves defining who the user is and what they are allowed to do. Suppose basically we can say W, triple W, W and W when we talk about IAM. Who, what, and don't go with the writing, it's a poor, and which. This is the policy base. Who is the user? XYZ. What he can do, he can read, like when we share the google file on Google Drive, when we share the file on Google Drive also, we can the read permission, read write permission or contributor also. What he can do, he can read which, on which file or folder or what we are or resource or in database, what he can do, who, what, which is the point thing. So again repeating, is the foundational concept for the security, either in the cloud or in your even a standalone machine or any kind of cyber security. Who, what, which. A person can enter into a bank. A person first guard will check this person is allowed to enter into a bank or not. He shows his card, yes, I'm allowed. Okay, you can go. Now where he can go? He can go to the customer service person, he can go to accountant, he can go to secure reason, where is allowed to go, or some security documents here is allowed to go here or not. Okay, you are allowed to go like accountant. Now what he can do, go with the accountant, he can just take the money, he can just deposit or withdraw the money, but cannot check their ledger balance, bank ledger balance. You can check their own balance but cannot check bank balance, total bank balance. So that is the policy that we have to implement with the help of identity and access management. So the core concept is like first is the identity. Who is the user or a group or a device or a service? Can be any employee, can be a application or IoT, our IoT overthink, internet overthink and everything. What authentication he have? Who are you? That can be verified with the help of username and password, multi-factor authentication, biometrics, and certificates. If I try to check if it's open, here also, if we go with the compute section or security section, we go with the security section here. In the security identity, so many things here. Either you can use artifact, audit manager, certificate manager, cloud SSM. We have to discuss about regard firewall manager and identity center inspector IAM. We go with the IAM. When we go with the IAM, look here one thing. Look, we are on the dashboard. multi-factor authentication that is there. We can add that also as mentioned here. Multi-factor authentication we can add. I think everybody know about the multi-factor authentication by using a token, by using a Google Authenticator, biometrics, fingerprint, face scan. You know everybody who is using the this Android phones, and sometimes certificate also. Last video you have seen when we do the uh, demonstration of this VM creation. It asks for a certificate after entering the password. Okay, so all this thing is the look here. Where is that? This one. So we can add multi-factor authentication. Where if we add authentication, you can so many ways there to add the authentication. As right now, I'm not going to just to elaborate about the IAM. Parallelly, we'll go with the practical. You can add password security key or authenticator app. That is a Google app, Google Authenticator, or sometimes hardware also. So very simple. If we add here, then one app will be there in my mobile. From there, we can get the authentication. Okay. So core concept. Second point is the authentication. Third is the authorization. Third is the authorization. Granting. Okay, you come here. Are you allowed or not on this particular section or department or resources? What you are allowed? What you can do? That I said in the beginning. Who, which, what he can do. That is a triple W that I says to you. That can be done with the help of policy, roles, and rules. For example, John can read a file in a folder, but not write. In the same way, when we're working on the cloud, I have given you the S3 permissions. Root user can do anything. We never use the root user in the production environment. So what we do, we create a users. We create users there. Now, what permission we are giving to the users? I will show you the practical demonstration in a moment. So that total depend on what authorization with the help of policy I'm giving to him, either with the roles or with the rules we are giving to him. Okay, so I think clear. Identity, who, authorization, which, and authorization is what he can do, what and which. That is the IAM. So role and permission, role based access control, access based on a job role. Like you are working as a system administrator, you are working as a data administrator. Sometimes you require to have the access on you are a database administrator. You are a database administrator working here on the database, but suddenly you need some time to access the EC2 section also. But in EC2, you can read only. In database, you have full permission, full read and write permission. In EC2, we have only read only permission. Read only. Just keep listening the word, don't go with the writing. That is possible with the mouse. Okay. So role and permission. A specific role-based permission that we can, what action are allowed. As I told you, Here, this person, this user has a full permission on database, but on EC2, he have only read-only permission. Policies, what policy we are under, what condition you can do this. Like normally, what we do when you are working on the Google, it must to change the password at after 90 days, or password must be complex. Even your local machine, you can set up these policies. Even in local machine, you can have this policy. Let's show me. You go to control panel. In my machine, I'm showing to you. I try to show you. Okay, now. So here, administrative tool and there should be local policies over here. So from here, I had to take some time. Local security policies. From here, like account policies, password policies, account logout policies, everything is minimum password age, maximum password age you can set here. The password must be changed within 90 days. So each after 90 days, it compel me to change my password. So that are the policies that we can implement here. Should be maximum password length. What should be the minimum password age? Enforced password history that you can need even if in the Google, if you want to change the password, you cannot repeat. You cannot repeat that. The same password you used previously, if you try to repeat that password, it give you an error. So in this way, you can implement the policy. In this way, we have to implement the policies. So IAM in practice with the AWS, we can create IAM user, groups, roles, and policies. In Azure, it's Azure AD and role assignment. In Google Cloud, again IAM policies, we can create member, same thing is the user here, and we with the help on the basis of different roles. Clear? Who, what, which, authentication and authorization. So the best practice, use MFA for all control, multi-factor authentication, least privilege principle, give minimum necessary access, RBAC, role-based access instead of individual. Rather than using the individual, we can give role-based. The person who is working as a system administrator can do this thing. And one rule that I want to add here, when you are working on cloud, never recommended to use root password, root account in prod. Once you use, sorry, your spelling mistake is some there, no problem. But never use root account that you first created at the time of account creation. Never use that in the production environment. Once you have created, after that I will show you right in a moment, we create different IAM users and then start using that. So identity and access management, identity, authentication, then authorization to work here on the resources with the help of policy. Okay, so let's move to here. What I do, go to IAM. What I do, I create a user here. I just create a user here. Give any name, suppose test hyphen user. Now, naturally, he should have the access to control. Control to log the console. Yes. Now it is I want to create a IAM user. Password. It can be auto-generated. It can be custom. Right now, I'm going to use a custom password. So what I'm compelling, if I'm compelling here, user must create a new password at the sign in. Why? Because the if we don't compel the user, user can continue with the same password. And later if something happened wrong in the environment, but he can say the password was with administrator also. So I'm saying no, my responsibility is to give you password one. Next time once you log in, you must have to change the password. Next, add to existing group. No copy permission right now. Just by default, I want to. By default, user does not have any permission. When we create a new user does not have any permission. Next, and create user. Return to user list. So we have created one user by the help of test user. By default, it have one policy to change the password. Got the point? So this one user has been created now. So how we can use that? So as I am user, otherwise I'm looking something here. Group security credentials. Either you can use this link. I just copy it and paste it here. Whenever you create a user, it have a specific console sign in. So when I copy it, paste it here. Yes. Now it is saying your account ID is this LAR. What I am user I have created test hyphen again hyphen test hyphen user. What password I set there? I have given to user. So first time user login and sign in. Now look here. It say okay, you log in, perfect, no problem. But reset your password. What is your old password? Enter here. What new password you want to set? Set. Now it's your responsibility to take care for the password and security. Continue to sign in. Password is set successfully. Now you can see here. No recent visited. Test user is login now. I am user is login now. But what you have seen in the previous video, oh, root user can do anything. But now if test user try to go to like compute, go to EC2. I'm here working here. So that was, and here if we try to do something, because by default IAM user does not have any permission until unless administrator or root user give him the permission. If a fresher IAM user try to create a EC instance here, what happens? Given a name test hyphen EC2234. Given a name just one Windows Leave everything default just to verify. Launch instance. Look here, what is saying? AMI might not be longer exist here. Okay, that I have to select Windows 3234. It's not valid AMI. Which one is okay? Just try with Amazon Linux. Okay, which is available then? Means he will not be able to do. Always he gets some error. He always gets some error now. North Virginia. That you are not allowed to do something. Now we are at the North Virginia. Like again, try C2 hyphen test2 C4 whatever. Windows done. Keep here. Ah, nothing available for him in any reason until unless he get a proper permission to do that. Even sorry, even access denied. Test user, every access is denied for the even identity access management, everything. If you try to go to EC2, or you can say you can go to storage until unless we give him a specific permission. So if by this account or login and give him a permission, create bucket, general purpose, okay, leave everything default, 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 and create bucket. You keep getting the error. Look, unauthorized session is invalid because you don't authorize him. If I log in as a root mail, this is my root account, log in there, and from here, if I give him the permissions, we have had, look here, some verification code come here. So much secure, you can see, cloud is very much secure. No need to worry. So how we can attach the policy? Look once, I go to IAM, Identity and Access Management, go to the security, go to IAM, in IAM I'll go to, yeah, it's saying one user is created, one user, which one is this one, what I can do, I go to this user, from here, we can give him the permission, like, I want to give a S3 permission, add a permission, I want to give an S3 full permission, attach policy directly. So many policies that AWS manage. If I say here S3, S3 full access, I'm giving you the permission. I'm attaching the policy with him. Add permission. Has been added. Now, if I go to user, copy the, yeah, user, test user. Now you can see here policy has been attached here. So if I copy the console link here and log in here, S3 permission has been given to him. What is the user? Test hyphen user. Because I'm working on the same console, that's why I'm getting error again and again. Means log out, not error. If you log in, test hyphen user, because I have given him the S3 full access. S3. Now you can see here. Now he can see what existing bucket is there in the account that I have created in my last video when we are doing the storage provisioning. Look, same file is here, MQ file is available here. I got the point. Now we get the permission to list. Otherwise, I can give him the list only permissions. I can give him the bucket creation, whatever I want to give him. I can give him the permission. Give any name here. Okay, and now create the bucket. Now he is authorized to create the bucket. Creating the bucket, successful creation, you can see in front of you. This is the role of IAM. This is the role of IAM. So in this way, we can do a very fine granular filtration. Who can do what? It's a complete practical demonstration in front of you. So hope you learn something about the IAM. Do more practice by giving the different permission like S3 permission, then EC to put then list only permission and creation permission, full permission. You can do a lot of practical with that. So thank you very much. See you in the next video.